All right, now we have Scott White.
Oh,
you already have him.
I'm going to talk about community broadband and how we can do it here in Santa Fe. It's going to be mostly based on what I learned from reading Craig Sellers' book, Finding the Next Good Fight, how we can get true community broadband, how you get true broadband in your community, and communitynetworks.org. So, hey guys, what is community broadband? So it can be a lot of things, but what I'm thinking of particularly is a municipally owned network that the government and various institutions around Santa Fe invest in to build out, and hopefully it'll be a fiber-to-home system. What's it going to do for us? That guy's wondering that. And it's going to do a lot of things. It's going to have economic impact, and it's going to have non-material impact, and both are crucial. The economic impact is pretty obvious. Having community broadband, a fiber network, particularly that has like 1 gigabit per second internet, will bring in new businesses and lead to cost savings because people will be more efficient, being able to do more on the internet with faster speeds. The intangible benefits, prestige. There's only a few communities out there that have municipal broadband, and they're being looked to as models. In community building, there's a lot you can do with faster internet within a community, more online stuff. So what's community broadband made of? There's the physical stuff, the middle mile and the last mile, and that's the infrastructure itself. We're thinking mostly about the last mile, that's the fiber to home connection, but most importantly, it's a solid plan, and that includes investment and long-term support. And what's the plan? This is the plan. I'm going to talk about the plan right now. You need to develop a clear vision. That's your first step out of 11. You need to think, how will broadband change my community? Don't be an evangelist. There's a lot of people out there saying broadband can do everything, but it can't. We need to have a sure vision about what we want broadband to do. Set specific goals, like, we want to be able to put down this kind of fiber, and we want to get these community interests involved and act as stakeholders, which is the third step. Identify your stakeholders. They're your financial foundations in so many ways. Hospitals, government, schools, important businesses and nonprofits. They can buy into your plan and provide financial support. That is key right in the beginning that residential consumers can't really provide. Create an effective project team, and that's pretty straightforward. You want a good mix of people who know their technology and who also are good project leaders and community leaders who have connections and can really support what you want to do. And not that cat. You need to get consensus. This is where it all starts to come together, and many of the next steps are involved in getting consensus. You need to know what your constituents want from community broadband, and you need to get them all on the same page so you can effectively move forward with the grassroots effort. You need to get ready to fight, because right now, for example, in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, there's Time Warner and Verizon are trying to fight against a municipal broadband project that's already out there and really successful. You need to fight against that because people are going to try to stop you. You need to perform needs and feasibility assessments, and that's getting to know what your constituents, your institutions that you've already got stakeholder support from, what they want, what they need, and what they are expecting from broadband. And then you begin to go into the cool stuff and start testing. Once you've done all that once you've done all that assessment, you do a small pilot project with a few places where you figure out what the technology is already doing and what it's providing and what you need to change. Plan your broader deployment. Once you do a pilot project, plan it carefully and make sure that it does everything that you need it to do. Next one is implement your plan efficiently. Of course, this is just typical project management stuff. Like any other project, it's not a mystery. A lot of people think that broadband internet or municipal community broadband is a tough thing. It follows the same project management thing as project management skills as anything else. Implement it effectively, and then measure your return on investment, measure your ROI, because you're going to be getting a lot of it. Some of it may not be very clear what it is. There may be like warm, fuzzy ROI, like people are happy to live there and they can do more stuff. And by the way, there's a lot of haters that don't think that municipal broadband is possible, but it is. Raleigh, North Carolina, Lafayette, Louisiana did it, and you don't want to be left behind. Santa Fe doesn't want to be left behind. We want to say, yeah, internet, and really get out there and bring it to Santa Fe because we can. And 5 minutes is really not enough for me to talk about this effectively. As you can probably tell, I'm trying to fit a lot of information into little space here. It's not really working out, but there's a lot to be done. There's already great examples out there all across the country and across the world about how this can be done here in Santa Fe. Since in Santa Fe, it can be effective, and that's what I want to be able to do here. And if anyone wants to talk about it, let me know. Thank you.